Hannah, how do you feel about these changes? Not only James Brockermeyer going to TCU, but then with Peyton, true freshman Peyton, who's awesome, and then also Tony Mitchell potentially transferring.
I think that what we're seeing is not surprising at all. I'll say this. I can't really name one major play on the top of my head that has left Alabama and has completely excelled in their career, that it bettered them to leave. I can't help but believe that these players don't actually want to compete. And what's probably happening is, and when you look at the star rankings, right, like a 5-star, I don't care. I think the hardest job a coach has to do is de-rank guys when they come to Alabama. Because what you have is you have these guys who were the star on their team. That's great. Maybe you were the best player in your county, your state, your whatever. But when you come to Alabama, you're all greats. And so you all have to compete. And if you have guys who are a 5-star and they don't want to compete, then let them go, because they're not going to give it all in the field. And so for me, I mean, it's not surprising. I wish them the best of luck, but I don't sweat. I don't shed a tear, because I know that the best is yet to come, and that we kind of have to have this process. You have to weed the garden for it to grow. And so I think, when you have certain players leave, it's going to be better for the team overall. Players leaving is not a bad thing, especially when you look at who's coming in. I'm excited to see what happens this fall. Tony Mitchell was probably the most surprising of all of them, if we're just being honest. But I'll say this. Kalen DeBoer has exceeded my personal expectations on how well he's handled the portal, how well he's handled the locker room, the coaches, all of that. I think we'll have a great team field this fall, but I think we had to weed the garden to get the players out that needed to leave. I'll say this too, bold statement, Isaiah Bond was a weed that needed to leave.
If you